This is to whom you may concern. Ragamuffin Rasta man return. Yeah, this is David Dredd of Steel Pulse coming through to you, Canarias Reggae radio station every Thursday, y'all. Back to my roo. Yes, Canarias Reggae radio station, y'all, every Thursday.
Bueno, saludos a todos. Aquí Javadub para Canarias Reggae, Roots Reality Culture y toda la gente que le gusta el reggae en Canarias. Estamos aquí, tenemos el honor y el placer de estar aquí con una leyenda del reggae music, Mr. David Hinds, directamente desde Steel Pulse, recién llegado desde Birmingham. Yo, Mr. Hinds, welcome. It's a great pleasure for us to be there. Really appreciate it.
Yes, what you say? Hola, hola Tenerife. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your first time here?
Yes, it's my first time. I never expected it to be so far away because, like I was saying, Spain is only 2 hours away from Angleterre, from England, and to know that I had to fly 2 hours more, I'm right in the neck of the woods of Africa right now. So I think I'm in Africa somewhere.
Yeah, because I told you this is 2 hours more from Spain because we are really near to Africa. And what do you, about your feelings about the live concert of tomorrow, what do you expect about the public of Tenerife and the Canary people?
I've always expect when one says Tenerife, I think of holiday makers in the United Kingdom. You know, lots of beer drinking and basking in the sun. So when it comes to reggae music, I never really thought that reggae music had a stronghold here in Tenerife. So I'm looking forward to the whole experience. I like to know that one day that the band Steel Pulse can come forward and also do business here. That will be like moving forward as far as I'm concerned, because the word and reggae music needs to get around.
Yeah, so true. Well, for every reggae lover like me or like we, Steel Pulse is an icon and a big influence from day one. What is the secret to stay for 40 years at the top of the reggae music and reach the world war with your message?
The main secret for me has been keeping base with the people, because it's through the people, the strength of the people that have kept the band going. For example, Steel Pulse has not really had an official album out, in a good part of 11, 12 years. So what makes a band survive for so long without having any music to be promoting along those lines? And it has to be the people. So our 40-year legacy is based on the strength and the magnitude that the people have in regards to love for the band and the message that we've been spreading throughout the world.
Yeah, I want to talk with the message team, because so many years fighting the discrimination and the injustice with your music. And how do you feel about the current world situation? Because 2 days ago, you know what happened. Donald Trump won the election for the White House, and more restrictive governments around the world, in Spain, in UK with the Brexit thing. So we have to keep on fighting with the music, or what we have to do?
Well, the question is, do we keep on fighting with the music? Well, we keep on fighting with the music, but for what reasons? I think that's more important than anything else, because what I've realized, okay, Donald Trump is now president of the United States, and okay, there's been Brexit 3-4 months ago, and if you really rewind the clock a bit further than that, you realize that the world has been taken over by the lower downtrodden masses. When you think about Iraq being overtaken, Egypt being overtaken, Libya with Gaddafi overtaken, the list goes on. And one of the things that have not been overtaken as yet has been Syria, for example. But I think it's because they've seen the momentum of what's been happening as far as the poor taking over from establishments. There's been more of a consolidation with them and say Russia now to stop that from happening. But the reality of it is that the poor are rising up, and with Brexit and all what's happened in the Arabic world, and alongside what's happened recently in the United States, whether we like it or not, the poor is trying to take hold of what they can with the little that they have and with the little education that they have. And let's face it, I mean, the reason that all started is because of man's own creation, and I'm talking about the internet. If it wasn't for the internet, I don't think all these things would have been achieved at the pace they have been achieved and to the extent they have been achieved. That's my opinion.
It's a dangerous weapon.
What's the mighty lion?
Totally right.
Yeah, I think it's the internet.
It's a dangerous weapon. It's a double weapon. We have to use it the right way, but
yeah, I mean, it's like fire. I mean, fire keeps you warm and fire can burn you.
Yeah.
It's like water. Water quenches your thirst and it also can drown you. And that's what's happening. The internet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, as you said before, your last Steel Pulse album was African Holocaust in 2004, 12 years ago. But in the last year, many rumors have been heard about a new album of Steel Pulse. I don't know if this is true. It's only rumors. Can you tell us something? Because I'm really nervous about that.
Well, don't be nervous because it's actually true. Having said that, there's been a 12-year hiatus of Steel Pulse in regards to recording. However, throughout those missing years of recording, we have been recording songs on and off pertaining to issues that have been happening throughout the world, especially in the United States. Because as you know, in the United States, one of the reasons why things have come to what it has come to is because of the racism that has escalated over the past 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And with the Trayvon Martin incident that took place 4 years ago, that was the catalyst to how things were going to be from now on in regards to justice not getting its rights, deserts. So that's where we're at right now.
Okay, well, still waiting for this new music, but
all right. All right, you wait for the new music. It's coming out there. It's real. There's many songs that has been recorded, and some of them are really. When I look on it, it's really a lot of them are pertaining to what the issues are that are happening in the world today and even right now. I mean, there's so many songs that were written a few years ago, have not been released as yet, and they're still current to what's going on here. But one of our most recent efforts has been about human trafficking. As you know, slavery took place many years ago in regards to us, the African people. However, you know, slavery still exists amongst other nations and other cultures in regards to the selling of women, children, and men in humane conditions and in humane manners. And we decided to put something in favor of supporting the United Nations and their efforts to stop human trafficking. So that's been our latest effort. We hope that that particular track goes out there, based on the efforts of the UN and their promotions, putting that song out there in circulation. But that's, in other words, we have been doing things despite the fact that there's no official album out there. There's a documentary that we've been doing as well, and that's been ongoing for some time, and we've featured so many acts that are out there on this documentary. Alpha Blondie, Tekken Jaffa Coli, Spearhead, if you're into American, Snoop Dogg, he's going to be in it, Gwen Stefani, so many others are out there, all the Marley Clan, Morgan Heritage, you name it, they're all going to be there featured on this particular documentary. And it's all about the history of Steel Pulse and how they've influenced certain bands, like the bands I've just mentioned, and how they've influenced us as acts also. I always take pride in knowing that we're the first to discover Damian Marley as far as I'm concerned. Because when we came out with the track Global Warning and songs like that, Damian Marley was asked to perform on these tracks long before he was even established as an artist as you know him today. So that's where we are right now. So it's a documentary and also an album coming out 2017, hopefully earlier part of that year as opposed to the later part.
Big things I want.
Yes, big things I want.
I'm still waiting for the new music, but I can hear every day the Hinds World Revolution and the other albums because I love it. I don't need any music new because I love it anytime, every album of Steel Pulse. Yo, it was a really pleasure to share these words with you. Can you tell something for the Tenerife people to the concert of tomorrow?
Well, Tenerife, yes, I'm going to make it brief. Yes, right now, I mean, Steel Pulse is our first time, well, my first time as David Hinds. Steel Pulse is yet to come, and I'm surprised that the band has so much impact here in the first place to have me here for the first time. I'm looking forward to the experience. I can only but cover the songs that we've done over the years for you to hear live and direct through myself, I suppose, to the band until you invite us at a later date. What can I say? I mean, I was told I'm only miles away from Africa, but this is close enough, and I'm loving the experience already. The hospitality has been great, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all later.
Thanks, Mr. Hinds.
Yes, my respect.
Respect.